So hey, good morning, everybody. Look at y'all. I'm on here again, y'all. I am on here. I decided that I'm trying to stay off of social media a lot, but I do want to post my information. It is gardening season, and I do want to. Excuse me, hey y'all. I just got up. Excuse a lot, stay together, y'all. But I do want to get these videos out. It is beginning of gardening season, and I do want to post these lives in case people are trying to grow and do some stuff. If I'm not the best and I'm not the expert, but as I'm learning something and as I'm doing something, I like to show it, and I like to show what I'm doing. So I've done up potting before. When I grow stuff, I've done up potting. So what I am getting ready to do, guys, is to show you guys, especially if you, let me go up here. If you get those Jiffy, like seed trays and they have the pods in there or the grow pods in there, or you're growing from a grow pod, you do need to kind of, once your plants get established and growing and kind of big, you need to up pot those in some dirt until you get ready to actually plant them outside. So that is what I'm doing today. My tomato plants are pretty much grown. So it's time for me to go to the next step, which is, a lot of my other stuff, my stuff in my hydroponics have upgrown. I'm going to do that on not a live, but probably a separate video next week. I'm a video and show you guys. It's pretty much the same procedure. It's just that those are hydroponically grown, but it's the same procedure as up potting. So this is what I'm talking about, guys. Let me flip it around. So as you see, these are my tomato plants here, guys. Kind of getting all tangled up here. So these are my tomato babies here, right? So they have all, as you see, they've all grown. They're all pretty much ready to go. So now what they need to do, because some of them are still kind of, one or two of them are still leggy-ish. So, but that's okay. But for the most part, they are good. So they are ready to be up potted. So because if I left them in my, I noticed when I left them in my my Jiffy seed tray upstairs. Let me take you up, guys, upstairs and show you. So this is if you watched me before, you know how I started it. So I got the seed tray with the grow pods in it. Let me see. So I got the seed trays with the grow pods in them. I also self-potted some stuff on my own, as you see here. This is not coming up. This is my little onion. So I'm going to put some more seeds in and put these outside. Probably tomorrow if it gets warmer, in a container and sow those. So they're not doing that. So this is what I'm talking about. As you guys see, I started these in some seedling trays with the grow pods. These are this one came with the grow pods, and so did that one. These are the grow pellets, what they call pea pellets. So this starling. So this is how this came with it. That one came with it, and I had bought some extra just in case. So now, like these, now it's time for me to start up potting these, like I did my cucumbers. See, all my cucumbers have been up potted into soil. So now the next step for the cucumber is probably in about the second week, probably about 3 weeks or so, I will be starting to put these outside, getting them ready for outside. So what I usually do with that is I put them out for a couple of hours a day. I'm gonna make like a container, like a little greenhouse container with a little mesh to keep the animals from eating them. Getting to them because they're still babies and kind of weak. When they go outside, they're going to get really, really weak. But we're going to do that for about a week and a half or so to get them completely hardened out before we that's the third stage. First is getting it started. Second is getting it up potted. Third is getting them out to get hardening up. So that my cucumbers, the next stage for them will be putting them out for like 2 weeks, in and out for 2 weeks or so, to get them hardened up to be outside. Those are my hydroponics. Those are getting ready to get out up potted too, but I'm going to do a video. It's pretty much the same thing, but I'm going to do a video on that as opposed to live. So, but because I might see if I could try to split some of these off, or I might just leave it just as is. So we're getting ready to up pot most of this stuff here, and the rest of the seedlings will be that haven't really done anything yet. I'm still gonna not giving up on them. I'm gonna just move them down and let's see what happens. Because as you see, my bell peppers are starting to pop. I didn't think they were gonna do anything, but now, boom, they're starting to come up. So it still might be a chance for the little extra stuff that I have. I don't know, but we're gonna leave it and we're gonna see, y'all. So yeah, we're getting ready to up pot. I'm going to show you how to up pot, and I'm going to up to pot my tomatoes downstairs. So it's pretty much just putting it in dirt, but you need to fertilize. Excuse me. You need to get the dirt kind of ready before you just stick them in something else. I'm using cups. I usually use the cups from the dollar store, and I get the dollar when I up pot. I use these. And I use the cups from the dollar store, either the little ones or these. And if I have any extra, I do keep a lot of pots. I do keep a lot of planter pots. I have a lot of planter pots in my garage of stuff that I had bought previously in the past. I use that too. But next year I plan on doing something a little different, which I plan on investing in some decent and good seedling planters, seedling trays. So that I won't have to necessarily go through an up pot. I could just plant and be done with it. So I plan on doing that, buying some good ones. Probably, I got them in the car, y'all, but the companies that I want to buy from, they're kind of pricey to me anyway. So I'm trying to wait to see if they go there and keep it in there. I might just end up buying them, but that's not my main concern right now, because most of my stuff is started, or if I haven't started it, I'll find a way to start it where I gotta, use all that. I got some egg crates in the. That's another thing I might do for y'all when I do the up pot for the hydroponics. I'm going to show you guys how to plant seeds in an egg tray, whether it be plastic or the styrofoam. You can't start seedlings in the in your Ziploc bags too. So I might do, because I got some more seeds coming today that I want to get started, and some stuff that I really want. So I plan on either doing them in the milk carton, and I got a couple of bags of Ziploc bags. Because there's some things. Now, Brianna said, Mama, because I have so many things. She said, what are you going to do with all this stuff? I said, I'm going to probably end up donating it to y'all. Or I might let the boys have a little sale outside in the backyard for $1, let them sell them for $1 or something. She said, Mama, what are you doing? Why are you donating this stuff? You need to go to the farmer's market and sell. I said, well, Brianna, because you know how I am, I like to do stuff before I sell stuff. So before I actually want to commit to something like that, I like to try it myself. I don't want to commit. This is my first year really. Last year I kind of did it, but this is my first year really doing it. Last year I kind of did it hydroponically, and with a couple of things. Mostly hydroponically I did it last year, and that was with like coluses and a couple of flowers. I started in-house. The rest of the stuff, I did do direct sow last year. Went to sowing outside last year. So this is my first real year of just really getting into starting the seedlings more in-house, especially vegetable season. So I don't want to be jumping out there selling nothing at the farmer's market on my first try. I said maybe next year I will sell at the farmer's market, even if it's just one sale. So I asked her to look into it for next year. If I could just do a one sale at the farmer's market, if they allow me to do a one sale only as opposed to going every week. If they allow me to do a one cell only, then and I'll see how it goes, or if I have to be licensed or something like that, I'll be willing, because if we could do a one cell only next year, I could get half the money to the boys, and I keep the other half for my class, my master builders class that I want to start going. I do want to do a master builders class, but I need to pay some bills off. But that'll be a good way for me to try to get the money for the class. So let me go on. I'm rambling, so let me go on back to what I'm doing here. Let me put this glove on. I don't know why I'm on never put no gloves on, y'all. Right when the video. I always wait till the video, and we'll be trying to put gloves on my hands. So let me get my gloves on, y'all. Sorry, y'all. It blanked out on you. Sorry. I was trying to put this glove on. I don't know what I did. I need to give me a... Brian said, Mom, would you please get a stand? I was like, why don't you buy me one? You the daggone photography person. You go and take dealing with photography and art and classes, all that, and computers, computer graphics or something, whatever you're doing, art graphics or whatever you do. Why don't you just buy your mama one? Then he got quiet. He said, because you always try to do stuff. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. He said, you always try to do stuff with one hand. I was like, well, this, but you buy me for my birthday. Buy me a tripod. So, let me get back to what I'm doing here, y'all. So, this is what I put. You put perlite, you put vermiculite, but I ain't got that much when I'm trying to save it. So, this is what I put. This is for prevents or soil like it helps with the soil compactation and water. So if you get over water, it kind of helps it absorb it. So I always keep you some perlite and vermiculite on hand. I ain't putting no vermiculite in here. I'm just going to try to just do this with perlite and see what happens. I'll pot them with some perlite. And I got this, I've been wanting to try this here. This osmosis. Ooh. Let me unscrew it, y'all. So, I got this fertilizer last year. They said this is supposed to be kind of good. So, I'm going to sprinkle some of this in there, too. They said that I got some plant tone, but I don't, my plant tone is, I try to wait and use that. Ooh, excuse me. I try to wait and use that when I actually plant outside in the garden beds. I don't try, or when I'm actually doing stuff, like if I do my pots and stuff for outside, that's when I use my plant tone. I ain't using a plant tone right now until I actually get ready, like for my garden beds and stuff like that. I put some plant tone in there. So, and I have other fertilizers that I use too. It's just that these are already pretty much, like these I've been using Thrive on them, so they all okay. See how this drooping over here? See how he drooping? So we need to get him in some water because they starting to get leggy again. So we need to get him in some dirt. Up potting. So this is what I'm talking about. So up potting means, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the dirt and I'm going to put some dirt in here. So I've already put the perlite. I've already put some fertilizer in here. This Osmocos Plus, I've already put some of this in there. It's for indoor and outdoor. So I've already put some of that in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little dirt, a little more, because I want it to be not all the way the plant. I don't want the plant to be all the way submerged, but kind of submerged. So the leggy one, let's see here. So what I did was I was looking at a guy that he's really good. Is it Epic Gardener. He did some with the pellet pods too. And I didn't do it with my tomatoes, but I'm kind of doing it with the cucumbers. He took he said it doesn't matter, you can grow it, but he took the outer rim of it off of here, the film, on his tomato plants, just to give it a little more air. He said, but you can grow it. You don't have to do that. I didn't do it with the cucumber plants, but I am going to do it with these tomatoes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that down. I'm going to sit it like in the middle. Try to sit it in the middle to get it to stand up. And then I'm going to take some more dirt, even if it's kind of off-centered. And I'm going to plant around it, y'all. See? I'm going to push that down lightly because I don't want nothing to be. And I'm just going to plant around it until I get it kind of half, most of the, see where that red, I want to get most of that closed off. So, see, I'm going to do a little bit more because it's almost where I want it to be. So, just push this down a little bit more. Sorry, oh, I'm just awesome, y'all. I just keep adding to it. And now, I have got my tomato plant planted, y'all. I'm just going to push the dirt around it. And hopefully it won't be so leggy. Sometimes when my cucumbers, when I up-potted them, they weren't as leggy as they were. They kind of straighten up once I up-potted them. See, so now this one, see, it's up-potted. So that one's okay. And now let me do another one. And another reason I wanted to up-pot these because I noticed that the more I let them stay, the more, as you see the roots here, they were connecting all together. See, here, I have two plants, two different type of things. I think this is a pepper, or either it's a pepper or a small romaine pepper. They grew together because, see, the root here got connected and grow. So now I got to split this in half carefully in order to separate those two plants because now those are two plants. So now, see, I got my tomato plant all planted up. So now I'm going to go to the next one. Same thing. And I might, let me add just a little bit, just a couple of little drops of the osmos on top. So, see, I just put a little topped it off with a little bit of the fertilizer. And now I'm finna do the same thing with this one. And one more for y'all. Then I'm going to get off. Because I got a lot of them up pot, y'all. So, I'm going to push that down. And I did you do need to put some drainage holes. If you're using cups, you need to have some drainage. So you do need to, you see my power drill, yeah. I'm going to give me a soldering iron. Because Barry said, I'm so sick of you in that daggone power drilling stuff, holes in the stuff. And then you be cracking it. So I'm going to give me a soldering iron. That's a little bit better than working with, this is actually kind of like two plants here, but I'm going to leave it together. So, see, I got that in there. Don't push it down some. Oh, no, I don't want this one yet because I want one without the, I need to take off the, I want to kind of take off the, the film around it. So, let me take this glove. I'm going to work without this glove, y'all, because it's kind of getting on my nerve. See, I'm going to kind of slowly. He said it won't hurt the root. Don't worry about it. But it will give it more circulation air. He said it doesn't really matter. It's up to you. See how I'm peeling that off? But he kind of peeled his off. See? Excuse me, y'all. He kind of peeled his off. He said to give it just a little bit more air circulation. So I said, I didn't do it with the cucumbers, but they're fine. But I said, well, let me try it with the tomato plants. So I'm going to take that film off of there, stick it in the bottom. And now I'm just going to, I already added some dirt in there. See, y'all? So now I'm getting ready to up pot. Fill it with some more dirt. And I ain't using no spectacular dirt to up pot, y'all. I'm just using some plain old Walmart dirt. If you put your perlite and some fertilizer in there, you should be okay. Because the pot is already, a fertilized, I don't know if it's a cocoa mix or whatever this pot is. But it's already in there, so you don't have to really worry about, see? Now that's been up potted. See how that's up potted now? So now we got another number 2 up potted. I'm going to straighten it out a little bit, y'all. Let me just straighten it out. See? Now I got my second tomato. I'm putting just a little bit more. So now I got my second tomato plant up potted. So that's tomato plant number 2. And so on and so on and so on. So now I've got 2 of these up potted. Hopefully, so they can get adjusted to be. So now what they're doing is they're getting adjusted to being fertilized in regular soil. Now, like I said, if I had done my own soil mix in my own pods, I wouldn't do this. I would just leave them up there until they get ready to go outside, and then I would just harden them off. And once I get them hardened off, I would just pull them up and plant them out. But since I did it with these cocoa pallets and didn't actually pot them, I want to pot them in some regular dirt to get them ready to accustom to being outside. So this way, if they become leggy over the next week or two, I can treat them to try to get them the strength they needed to be adjusted to the dirt. Because I believe that the regular soil is much heavier than this. So they need to be accustomed to being in regular soil. So that's what up potting means. Now, if you buy trays, seed trays, and you do your own mix and pot them in your own soil mix, more than likely, I wouldn't up pot, because I've already got them potted. Like I showed you my plants upstairs that I've already potted. I've already got those potted in a mix, my own soil mix that I mix myself. So I don't need to up pot those. I just need to wait till the next 2 weeks or so and start to setting them out to getting them hardened off, to go into my actual whatever, my garden beds or my pots, whatever I'm growing. So the ones that I did my own soil, I will not be up potting. I will just be hardening them off to get them outside, to get them accustomed to being outside. So the ones that I potted myself, I'm not doing this because they're already potted and mixed. My own mix that I mixed up. So I don't need to do that. But because I'm not sure about these, and because when they were growing, all the roots started connecting on here. So I needed to get these roots, get them from unconnected and get them soiled and soiled so they won't be so hard to unsoil, or when they will, so they will be able to adjust to being in regular soil. So if you use the pods, the pre-pods, my suggestion is to up pot. And the same thing with my hydroponics. The reason that I'm up potting my hydroponics is because my hydroponics are also, hydroponics, when you grow hydroponically, they're like this. They are actually growing in a pod, a hydroponic pod. Now, more than likely, I've never separated them from the pod itself. I usually just stick the pod in some dirt and pot around it. And last year I did that and it worked great. I didn't have a problem. I don't know if I'm going to do that this year. I'm going to maybe try to separate one or two of them, of the coluses that I have upstairs in the hydroponics, and see if I can actually separate. If I can't separate, then I won't do any of it. But this is what you do when you want to up pot, especially when you're growing with the pods, the pot trays, I call them pre-mix, that has the pods in them. If you get those trays, those Jiffy trays that have the pods in them, I suggest that you up pot. Once they get grown up enough, I suggest you start up potting them to regular soil so they can get adjusted to soil. So now I'll just be watering these. This one looks kind of really leggy-ish. I'm going to have to what I'm probably going to do is just cut the top of this off and just see how it goes. Cut that down a little bit. This one looks okay. This one looks fine. But this one is really, 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 really leggy. So we're going to see what we can do with that. The rest, that one's, and this one. It's only two of them, these two that looks really, really leggy. So I'll probably end up, I don't know if I'm going to trim this back or what. But this one, I think I'll just wait and see. I'm not going to do anything to it. Once I water it, I'll see how it looks after a couple of days. But that is how you up pot. If you use these pellets, you need to up pot your, once they get established and grow, you need to up pot them in some regular soil. So, I got quite a few more to do, y'all. So, that is just one phase of many phases of gardening, y'all. So get ready, y'all. It's almost time, y'all. For those that in the South, good luck on your gardening. You guys are getting out there now. I watch a lot of people. You guys are getting out there. You're putting your stuff in the ground. Stuff is starting to produce. I hope to be there soon. Not today because it's 25 degrees outside. It's like 30 degrees. It's cold outside. So just trying to get everything ready. So on the next, Brian is my forecast guy. He's like, Mama, you got like 2 more, maybe about 2 or 3 more weeks, Mom. You can start trying to get them outside. You might have a consistent, as long as it's over 40 degrees. He said you might have a consistent over frost in the next about a week or so. So just hold on another week before you start hardening off. I said, yeah, I will hold off for another week. So everybody have a good day. Be great. Be safe. Don't worry about tomorrow, y'all. Don't worry about yesterday. Focus on the day with the Lord. Let's give you peace and blessings. Enjoy your day. Get out and grow something, y'all. Peace and blessings. Enjoy your day. And I will do another video on the hydroponic one. Probably I'll post that one next week. But everybody, have a good day. And be blessed, y'all. And if I missed your birthday, happy birthday. Happy anniversary, happy graduation. And if you're going through some bereavement or health issue, my prayers go to you. Have a good day, y'all. Be blessed and grow something. Bye.